Hello everybody, Gregor Arturo here. I'm going to show you a new type of science I've discovered with my friend Peter back in Maine. I'm right now in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania with my friend Mike over here. Hello Mike. And I figured out an interesting way to lay out the tarot. And with me right now I have some Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, and they're not tarot. There's 44 of them. They're a little bit different. They're easier to read than tarot cards. I've really gone into tarot though lately, and really would like an Aleister Crowley deck. It's a beautiful thing. These are easy to read. I'm going to show you how to see this format and lay it out. So this is based on the Octagram we have right here. And so there's 10 cards we draw, which relates to the vortex math, and this all relates to the vortex math and nature itself. So we're going to take the first card. Alright, and my perspective is infinite supply, is where I'm coming from. You're supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Now, we're going to lay out this octagram. I'm going to set that right there so you can see me as I lay it out. And the first one I'm going to put up on top. And then we skip 2, because we're doing the octagram. So you're going to do winding from 1, 4, 7, and so on. You're going to keep winding through with how you lay these out. So if I get out far enough. Now if you notice, what I'm laying out is a compass. Alright. And the final 10th one, so we have 9 here laid out so far. Final 10th one is your direction, where you're moving. So there we go. So let's go through this. I'm going to explain this. So we do have this initial cross going across here, and you could see this line. Your horizontal represents time, and your vertical represents space. And so over here we have the past. Within our present selves, a bunch here. What I mean by present selves is the center can be considered your heart chakra, your crown chakra, your root chakra. So your past root, your future crown, your past crown. And so if this is your heart, this is where you're present, right here in the center. This is where you're present. And so we got the past. The past is prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving it. Abundancia. This probably relates to myself with just so much synchronicity. There's so many things happening right now, and I have been very open to receiving everything. So where the past is where I'm coming from. It helps you just see your perspective. And all this is supposed to just sort of be a reminder and a guide, not fact. And where my past lower self is Damar, guiding children. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. I've talked about how this is also relates to helping people who aren't woken up. And you could say lost soul. There's lost souls and there's remembered souls. That's really the only difference between good and evil. It's remembering and forgetting. And so guiding children to me is helping people remember. Which is something I've been really working on and coming to. Actually, this is a really good past setup for me because my future, or my past higher self, is Rihanna and Sorceress. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So the combination of these three, the Sorceress, Prosperity, and Guiding Children from my past, relates to a lot of what I've been doing, hitchhiking, traveling lately, and how things have been manifesting and coming to fruition. And because I've been helping and guiding children, there has been a lot of prosperity coming in my life, and I have been manifesting what I've wanted exactly. And so my present self, we have Sedna Infinite Supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. All right. With the direction, I'm not going to go in the direction yet. Let's set that over there in the future. Right now, I have all the resources at my present being right now that I need to do to manifest what I want. It's all there. And really it comes down to choices. And that's where the two higher selves and lower cards absolutely relate to. The higher self is Freyja, bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risk, and be daring. Now this relates to what I was just saying, where I have the infinite at my fingertips right now, but it really comes down to how I choose to execute my free will. And I am at this pinnacle, which has been, the cards have been telling me the past couple weeks that I've sort of moved into a limbo state, and where I should make some bold decisions. This card came up for me recently, and actually the first time ever, a couple days ago, and so I have to choose what I'm going to do. There are all these infinite potentials in front of me right now, but I need to make a choice. I am going to Asheville. That's one thing. So I'm going to Asheville. Question about how I go about Asheville is a whole different story. There's a lot of potentials to play with, as with all of us. I think some of us are really starting to feel this whole potential thing take over. And we go down to our lower self, we have Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do, trust your inner wisdom, and take appropriate action without delay. And so this relates to being bold with these potentials and how to choose the appropriate potentials to move toward the desirable reality I wish to choose to move into. All right, so that's my present self. These three here, and you also look. This can also be looked like a 9x9. We have our compass pointing though east. We're moving to the future, and so. We have solace, bodies of water, spend time near water such as lake, river, ocean to recharge your batteries. I've gotten this card so many times it's not even funny now. The universe really wants me to calm down, take a breath. I've done a lot, is what I've realized. I think I've been doing some really good things in this reality. I need to take care of myself more. And I just need to, I need to completely recharge my batteries, connect with Mother Nature a little. And then we have the two big ones with it, which is more taking care of myself. My lower self is Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So, what's interesting is this is in my root, my future root. My future higher self would make more sense. And I have Mother Earth, Mawu, you are called upon to help with environmentalism, is in my higher self. It'd make more sense if these two are flip-flop, but they're not. So the question is why? True love usually relates to a higher type of connection. However, being in the root chakra, it probably refers to a more passionate dynamic, a more sexual dynamic coming around for me, which I'm not going to complain. But with Mother Earth in the crown chakra, it's more of a spiritual mission to seek this out, and not so much of a physical aspect, which is what Guinevere is representing, a more physical aspect, than where Mother Earth is more of a metaphysical aspect. And how do I help the planet? And this one has been popping up a lot for me lately in terms of my direction. But the direction in which I'm moving toward this future reality is through the High Priestess, Dana. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Okay? What am I doing right now? Is I'm relaying some divine knowledge to you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. So you can see, this allows you to see more connections. You have lines of energy connecting as the weaving goes on through the octagram. So there's those energies. There's any two cards, the midpoint of a card has a specific form of energy. So the midpoint of bold and prosperity is the sorceress. So there's lots of ways to see the relationships of how these energies work out. Half the things I said in this were only half of what I'm seeing in this whole picture, because I don't even necessarily know the words to describe it. It just makes sense for me. So when giving people readings, it's really good to ask questions. Not necessarily tell them, well, this is what this is, this is what this is. You know, this is what I feel, this is what I think. What do you think? Well, what about this? I feel intuitively the cards are saying this. Does this resonate with you? Phrasing things in questions are much more beneficial to giving a better reading. And shuffle well. Always shuffle well. I think shuffling is great. And it allows for a more real and purposeful type of reading. And you can do this with regular tarot. I really recommend doing this with regular tarot. It's really dynamic. The Goddess cards are really easy to read. Again, these are the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. You can get this at any type of metaphysical shop. There's other ones she makes. They're really wonderful. They're great to start out with. Really easy to interpret. The tarot takes a little bit more time to pick up. But so this is your compass rose, your octagram. Still uses the traditional 10 cards. It's just in a specific pattern. It relates to the vortex math, where this is the 9 to manifest, and you're going through 1 through 8. So you could say this is the white hole, and this is the black hole. This is where I'm moving into. And so there's so much about this that just resonates with me and works. There's 2 other friends who do tarot who I've been doing this with, and they just love this setup. And we've been, all 3 of us, just been like downloading so much information, picking up on it. So I hope this type of layout for a reading benefits all of you. One thing I've relayed with my travels and hitchhiking, it's all about what Douglas Adams shares with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, is seeing signs in everything. That every aspect of a reality is a sign. It's just a question, how do you choose to interpret it for your specific, unique perspective? Because we all have unique perspectives, and we all have different interpretations on seeing the same thing, or what looks like the same thing, but we're also perceiving it from different eyes, different being, different filters, different language. So much. So, yeah, take this, and hopefully it will be beneficial to you. If someone would want a reading, I'd probably gladly do a reading with you. But I'm headed to Asheville tomorrow. I'm hitching out of Gettysburg to go down to Asheville, where there's lots of beautiful resources and infrastructure and people and just so much cool things happening down there. So if you want to join me, I'm going to be building a geodesic dome. Plural. Very plural, actually. Lots of domes. So if you want to come down and join me, help do some really cool things for, Mother Earth right here, then give a shout out. Otherwise, enjoy June. Enjoy the solstice yesterday. That was pretty epic. That was a cool solstice. Ciao. Namaste.